Well, the lochs have lain dormant long enough, cold, and we're back in amongst it. I've managed to snag my job on the ferry. Ideal job for me. Goes back and forth to the island in Orkney where I got my PB, the Hoy ferry. So I'm living the dream. I spent 2 weeks out on that island and 2 weeks on the mainland. So, but anyway, back to the mainland. Well, not really. Me and Alex. Well, it was my first out of the year. Me and Alex headed out to one of the islands up the hill. The one with the PD and the big loch, and the PD loch, which usually produces good fish, was very quiet. Alex, he went straight for the bigger loch, which has a lot more small fish, but usually I find it this early on it's not very active, but Alex found otherwise. He had a lot of fish. We were out there for 2 days. While I persevered with the smaller loch for the bigger fish, I don't know, it must have been colder for a bit longer, and they didn't seem to be producing. It was just smaller kind of things like this. I was getting at PD water, and not many of them either. So this video really is just it'll be a mixture. Alex had well over 20 to 30 fish. I think I ended up with 4 or 5 out of the small loch, and 7 I think I got just in the morning I got the bigger loch, so just alternate them about. But the trout there, you can see that iridescent colours like the markings, and I've mentioned before in videos that there's 3 or 4 different strains seems to be in both these lochs, so you never know what you're gonna. You can get a slate grey coloured fish, you can get these iridescent coloured fish, you can get the dark brown, you can get a yellowy colour, just with the big black spots. The markings are just so varied, you're never bored. They have a nice brown iridescent colour. Some of the ones Alex had, I've not put every clip up in this video, but I mean you could just about swear they were rainbows. That one's got legs by the look of it. So here's a kind of half decent big brownie in my net. You can tell my fish. Obviously I've got the red net. Alex has got the black. I think it's a Savage gear net he uses. But there you see, look at that. The size of the spots in it, big red. That's more like a swanny trout than Orkney, I would say. But you get the diverse patterns and colours in the fish. It kind of made up for the size. And this is what, 19th, 20th of March. There's not many thin fish in amongst these. They seem to be doing well over the winter. It's I had a few sessions at the sea trout. I've still got a video to go up where some of the sea trout were looking quite thin, and you were expecting the same this early on in the branch, but didn't seem to be. They were little chunks. There are colours there, that glint in the sun. There's another one here. You would swear it's got a bit of rainbow in it. That was the kind of average stamp I was catching. Nothing major at all, but as I say, they made up for it in the colours. And there, I mean, you would think there was a bit of rainbow trout in that with the pink going through the middle of it. And as I say, in these 2 lochs, the variety in colouring it just kind of made me glad to be back at the Brownies, to be fair. Big plans for this year. There's a few new lochs I want to try. There's a couple of trophy lochs where I was a bit scared before because they're more like stockies, the fish in it, but they're huge in the North Isles. And now that I got last year I got my PB out of Hawaii, which to me is a proper fish. I'm not scared to hook into a big one up there now. It won't destroy the PB, but I'll certainly be looking more at my trophy hunt. And the lures, you'll see as the season goes on, I'll start painting my own stickle blades and savage gear stuff. I mean, they have no interest, as I've said, in trout fishing, so I've taken to painting my own lures, and to a degree of success already. Alex has been using a couple of my painted lures and he's done okay with that, so I'm looking forward to trying it. It just narrows it down, the colours, and you're not depending on savage gear so much. Found these two characters beside the loch, maybe a lesson in there somewhere if you're locked in competition to the point of obsessiveness. Sometimes nobody wins, but that was an interesting thing. Of course, Alex walked right past it. I mean, look at the colour in that. I'll use that lad for the thumbnail. A beautiful colour. But that's more like the colour I'm used to in the other loch. But as you see, it's quite a good session. We're just packing up the tents. I always have a little flick off the tents and hooked into this one in the quiet loch as we were going, and not a massive fish, but I had a cast after that and I hooked into something well over £3 and lost it. So it was one of that. There was a few fish lost. They're a bit shy biting just now, but brilliant to get back up the hill, and as I say, looking forward to a season, trying a few things different, and obviously being over in Hawaii, it's kind of it won't be a challenge getting there anymore because I'll be living practically on top of it. So, but I hope you've all got your gear dusted off and ready to go, and we'll be hearing for you. Tight lines, folks.